Hey there, my fellow intellectuals. How are you doing today? Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about the topic of rejection in academia. Now, rejection is a reoccurring theme that you'll experience a lot if you pursue an academic career, and it can come in the form of many different things. It can come in the form of applying for a grant for money and you don't get it. It can be in the form of applying for a graduate program or an undergraduate program in a degree that you really want at a school you really want to go to, and you just don't get in. So it can happen in a lot of different ways. And I wanted to talk to you guys about this today because I just had one of those moments today, and that is I got notified that I didn't receive a fellowship that I had applied for a couple of weeks ago. I think I actually talked about this fellowship in brief in a video a couple of weeks ago too. But nonetheless, I had applied for this fellowship. It would have funded my graduate education for the next year, meaning I wouldn't have had to be a teaching assistant for the following year, and that would have just helped me focus more on my research for the following year. And unfortunately, I just didn't get the fellowship. I applied. I thought I wrote a really strong application. I put in a lot of work in the amount of time that they gave us to apply, and it just didn't go my way. And I wanted to talk about this because I think rejection is something you have to somewhat get accustomed to in academia and try not to take too personally, because it can be very disappointing and very hard on your sense of being and sense of accomplishment, I suppose. Because if I'm being honest, like if you look at all the things I've accomplished in like my academic career, and you look at all the things I've failed at or have just been rejected from in my academic career, the lists of rejections and failures are going to completely dwarf the list of accomplishments. So, I think these kinds of moments, I like to try and remember that these failures don't really define me as a person, as an individual, and that I have, self-worth outside my, list of, highlights or awards or whatever, and that I can take pride in the fact that, I'm still here in graduate school, I'm still pursuing my PhD, I'm still, doing the thing I really want to do, and that there will be more opportunities for me to try and accomplish and succeed. And I think when I have these kinds of moments of setback and failure, I like to use them as motivation to push forward, work even harder and try and succeed the next time around, because then it'll feel just all the much more sweeter. So that's sort of my initial sort of raw feelings about the rejection I just received today, and I'm still going to have to process it a bit, but I wanted to make this video to sort of just, let you guys know that if you're feeling like you're getting a lot of rejections in academia, whether it be in the form of fellowships or applying for positions or whatever, that there is more to you. You have more intrinsic self-worth than, what your award list is and whether or not you get that particular fellowship, or if you get to go to that specific school or whatever, and that, this is common. This is unfortunately very common in the academic profession because it's a very competitive scene, and there are a lot of qualified people to do things that there just aren't enough spots for, and that's why rejection is a very, very common thing. So yeah, those are my really rough initial thoughts on my fellowship rejection today. I hope it shed some light, I suppose, on how I take it and how I think that you can use it to motivate you to do even better in the future, and that to not let it get you down too much. Of course, there is of course always going to be some pain and some sense of disappointment, but I think that can be converted into a feeling of motivation and inspiration to do even better in the future. So yeah, that is my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was kind of short today, but I'm still processing, and I hope that it can help you guys get through any sort of difficulty or rejection that you experience in your academic career. So take it easy, everybody.